Communities across the country are short firefighters, but people who want to become firefighters don't have a clear path to join up. A new national apprenticeship program aims to match supply with demand and to standardize training and career paths in the process. Joining me with more is the Director of Collective Bargaining for the International Association of Firefighters, Chris Lake. Mr. Lake, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, I know getting a national apprenticeship program certified and registered by DOL is a heavy lift, and the ink is hardly dry on this one. But why did you decide to go that way?
So it kind of goes back to about 2021. A lot of the industry stakeholders in fire and EMS were gathering together, trying to figure out recruitment, retention, workforce shortage issues. There was a bunch of issues going on all at the same time, and it's been continuing. And so we looked at the apprenticeship program, and that seems like the most viable option. And we've got a lot of excitement around it. I'm hoping this will be kicking off really good soon.
Well, talk a little bit about an apprenticeship program, because every state's got fire forces, the military's got fire forces. What is this apprenticeship going to do for the whole firefighting community?
So as things have progressed over the years of firefighting, so has the education requirements, EMS, licensing in states, and all of these things have just kind of compiled into it's not as easy as it used to be a long time ago to just walk into a fire department. And now with all the training and requirements that you have to have, it's expensive. It's a lot of people don't know how to even get into firefighting. Just you might see it on TV or something and be like, oh wow, that looks cool, but I don't know how to do it. And so this is a great aspect of getting somebody maybe just fresh out of high school, or somebody that wants to go, seek this career out. It's an easier path to get the training, get involved, and it's somebody that we might not even have thought of in a recruitment area, that just says, oh, this would be a great and fun, exciting career.
So it helps fire departments standardize their training programs, standardize what they expect people to know as they get promoted, those kinds of things?
Yeah, so each state has their own requirements because everything is done through either a state fire training council or through the state fire marshal's office. But in general, and that's what's great about having a federally registered program, is it is universal now throughout the United States. So it's the minimum, it's not the maximum. So any state can adjust and move that. However, if you're in an area that has a lot of wildland firefighting, you're going to focus more on wildland firefighting than you might on high-rise fires. But the apprenticeship program is great with that. The DOL is great with that, allowing the states to adjust and modify that as needed for their certain areas.
So it's a real way for people to earn while they learn, is what I recall the motto of the apprenticeship office being, right? People can get started and then have a standard progression through training and promotion.
Correct. So if you're fresh out of high school or looking for a different career move of some sort, previously to an apprenticeship program, you would pretty much have to go to school and learn how to be a firefighter, get your EMT, maybe your paramedic, all on your own. So that's either doing night school or trying to figure out how you can get into that. This way, you can get hired, have a living wage while you're learning and progressing. And each step gets you a little bit closer to being that full-paid, full-fledged firefighter, paramedic, or EMT.
All right, so now that you've got the certification and the program is credentialed, what happens next? When do the apprenticeships start?
So luckily, we have several states throughout the United States that have state apprenticeship programs. So they're just approved through their state workforce development groups. Every state has an office of the apprenticeship. Some of them are just through federal employees. Some are actually state employees that do them. But every state has one. So go to your state. The department says, okay, I want to spin up this apprenticeship program. So they go through their state office. Then they get the federal criteria, or the outline that we have and our certification. and they can stand up the program. They have to have, all their training materials and everything, and it has to be approved. And once it's approved, then we start bringing people in. And so with the states that are already up and running, we're going to kind of be piggybacking with them and then try and get this throughout the United States, everywhere we can get it.
I'm speaking with Chris Lake. He's the Director of Collective Bargaining for the International Association of Firefighters. You've mentioned high schoolers a couple of times. Who is the target population for this apprenticeship? Is it just, recent high school grads? Are there other folks that you think this is going to be interesting for?
No, this will work for anybody. And we want to get into the high schools mainly because, like I had said previously, a lot of people don't know how to even become a firefighter or become a paramedic. And you might see it on TV, and you might think, "Wow, that's great," But how do I do it? So getting into a pre-apprenticeship program through the schools is a great way to just get that out there for people to see. So that's one of our targets. Population in general, that's another target. And then veterans. So I'm a veteran. When I came out years ago, it wasn't that easy. Now we have things called Skill Bridge, and there's transition assistance programs in the military that now with this apprenticeship, we can start them in a pre-apprenticeship program before they even finish their term in service, their tour. It starts generally around 180 days before they ETS out of the military. So then they can start learning the trade, and hopefully we can get them into an area that has an apprenticeship in place and get them, so it'll be a nice smooth transition for them right from the military into a great career.
Well, and there's firefighters everywhere, so it's an opportunity to get to wherever you want to be, right?
There is, right.
What kind of training is included in the apprenticeship program?
So we have just right from the beginning, Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, some states call them different, but it's the beginning steps of firefighting, EMT, hazardous materials, firefighter diver, water rescue, wildland firefighting, and then driver, engineer, because one of the things we didn't want to just focus on initial training, we wanted to focus on your entire career. So once you get that, just in the fire service, you never stop learning. You never stop training. Training is so important, and things are changing rapidly. So get that initial training, and then if you want to go into hazmat or water rescue, or you want to become a driver, engineer, there's a program for that. Or then you progress to being an officer, and there would be fire officer classes as well. So we want it to be a fully encompassing, all the way through your career, never stop learning.
Is it mostly classroom training, or is there hands-on portions?
Oh, and that's the beauty of an apprenticeship program as well. You have classroom in the formal, traditional sense, but then you also have on-the-job training. So our apprentices will be teamed up with a journey person or a full-paid firefighter or a full-paid firefighter that's ready and already been through the program or already had all of the training. And they'll just shadow them and be able to work, do the job, get the hands-on, because so much of it is. You can learn so much in the classroom, but it's actually getting the boots on the ground and actually seeing what it's like and getting that on-the-job training.
Well, if we've piqued someone's interest in this conversation, where do they go to learn more?
So right now it would be go to your fire department, or you can email into the IAFF. There's IAFF.org is our website, and we have email address there that you can ask the IAFF and inquire about it. Like I said, it is still in the beginning stages, so it's not everywhere yet, but we'll definitely be able to help people. This is also a big partnership with the International Association of Fire Chiefs. So with an apprenticeship program, it's both labor and management that are involved in this. So the chiefs see the importance of it as well. Management, the municipalities, everybody hiring is not easy, right? So